This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here. Brandon Gaudin alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field the defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw pulled in by Schwartz. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. This defense for the Commanders, they were very strong in a win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
In Washington territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Lawrence over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Play action, it's Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Now, that's the
right,
high
that's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot.
Here we go.
And they will be let out by their rookie quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Come on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a give here to Pollard. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he goes out right around the 39. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 12 carries, 130 in the yardage department, and a touchdown, too.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Washington. Tony Pollard His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield now, Lawrence. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, we should have touched the ball last week. They didn't make that same mistake. It's taking care of that.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Lawrence to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Baron Browning providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Takes it at the 7, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They'll look to throw here.
He's got Anderson on the slant. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on second down. They'll run with Pollard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will knot us up at 10.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They run a draw here on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Tucker's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Commanders back out late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll run left with Pollard, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. 2nd and 14. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here's Washington now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll give them another shot here on the ground. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. To throw on 2nd and 6, Lawrence. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Lawrence throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And in from the Lions, touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and that will tie things at 20 all. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this?
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys are excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Here we go on the next drive for Washington as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Back now at FedEx Field.
It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this fourth quarter.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. Room here to run.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Caught on a very strong gain of 24. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Robert Tonyan.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Touchback as that sails over the end line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this.
Let's go.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Pollard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw.
He's got Tonyan complete over the middle.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Pollard again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Pollard. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it. Maybe a completion. Ball gets knocked away. Can they rise up and do it again?
And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Final shot now for Lawrence. This for all the marbles.
And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking